Alrighty folks, how are we doing? After quite the hiatus of making videos for YouTube, and last project I worked on was that Corvette over there, I'm back to make more videos that nobody wants to watch. Let's just get right to it. What I'm focusing on today is the S10. Obviously haven't worked on it in a while. Last thing I did, I tore down the motor, and we'll go around back here. And I built a pretty sick, nasty gas tank for it out of stainless. If you want to go check that out, go ahead and click the link somewhere on this page. Somebody needs to tell those people to slow down. Something else I did while working in the back of the vehicle here, I added this enormous dude to our little water tank here in order to fit this Davis Craig thing. Got that bad boy right there. Now he's gonna go somewhere like that. And I still gotta figure out what I was thinking last time I worked on this, because that pumps right into that valve. So gotta think what in the world I was thinking, but once I figure that out, we might have enough water flow to actually cool the intake air. That'd be pretty slick. Other stuff I got done, I got new shoes for this bad boy. Yes, the brakes are kind of crusty. It doesn't spin very good at the moment. I also got a Motion Raceworks steering column deal. And so obviously I need to fix this, because unless I plan on the Bluetooth drive shaft mod here, these are going to have to connect somehow. How's it going, folks? Let's hop up in the saddle here. As you can see, not only did I get the steering shaft upgrade, I also got the steering wheel upgrade. Everyone knows that a good quality steering wheel adds maybe 10-20 horsepower to your performance vehicle. Pretty slick. It's also good to know where your tires are if you happen to be doing a wheelie in the sky. You won't totally wreck it. So all this is done, but it still needs attached, because right now we got a little bit of the spins going on. Other than that, all she needs is a motor put back together and installed, and then all the little details figured out. She should be ready to drive again. I figured I've wasted enough time and money on this thing, I might as well actually have it drivable. The plan for the motor is to take this pile of garbage here, suiting that it's in a trash bag, disassemble it the rest of the way, check that it's alright, have it rebuilt, have the cylinders honed and all that junk, put fresh internals in it, and go from there. I think with a set of fresh internals, she should be alright, but we'll find that out later. Other than that, there's some small wiring projects to do. There's the fans that need wired up. This pump needs wired up. The fuel gauge needs wired up. Other than that, she's mint and ready to race. Oh, one more thing. Under this absolute mess in the back, there's something called a Panhard bar or a locator bar. I don't know the technical term. It's been too long and I forget all this junk. But one issue that I ran into when I did a couple test drives with the truck is that the Panhard bar was not quite high enough, and when I'd hit a bump, the Panhard bar would smack onto the axle and cause the axle to jump, and that didn't matter while I was driving it. It was a little inconvenient, but it'll really matter if I'm on a racetrack going real quick and the car decides that the rear tires don't want to be on the ground anymore. It might be a problem, so probably ought to fix it. Alright, here's the underneath. I don't know if you can see anything, but she looks good. I'm in fact positive that you can't see anything, but here's that Panhard bar, and as you can see, here's the top of the diff housing, and when this axle compresses it only takes about an inch, and that Panhard bar is on the axle housing. So the plan is to cut off that tab there, cut a nice slot somewhere here in the bed and put her in the bed so that there's oodles of room for it. Just another job to add to the list. Long story short, there's a lot of work to do. And winter is coming up, and everyone knows that you can't really drive radial race cars in the winter here in Ohio. So obviously there won't be a lot of driving of this car over the next few months, but the plan is to get it ready and have a decent season next year, be able to drive it quite a lot, get my money's worth out of it, since the Lord does know how much money I put into it, but the old lady does not. We'll try to keep it that way. Other than that, I think I've given you the whole gist of the build. If you want to see it come together, I'd appreciate a subscription. Obviously not expected. So let's take this journey together and see how fast this thing actually is. I have no idea, and I would like to find out, so hopefully we'll find out next season. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.